We have an important update on a story that we have been following. The Juba-based comedian Amath Jook, who was arrested last week over a TikTok live allegedly mocking President Salva Kiir, has now been released from custody, but her release came with a condition that raises questions about freedom of expression in South Sudan. According to people familiar with the case, security officials instructed her not to post on social media ever again, a directive that effectively bans her from the platforms where she built her career. She was not charged with any offense, she was not presented before a judge, and there is no court order supporting this restriction. Instead, it appears to be an informal condition imposed by security personnel as part of her release. And legally, that's where the concern begins. South Sudan's transitional constitution on this issue is very clear. Article 24 guarantees every citizen the right to freedom of expression, reception and dissemination of information, publication, and access to the press. Those rights can only be limited through a legitimate law and only under narrow circumstances such as incitement to violence or threats to national security. Any restriction must come through a transparent legal process, not a verbal instruction from security forces. The comedian's video may have been considered disrespectful, but it did not call for violence, did not incite conflict, and did not violate any criminal statute. Under the Bill of Rights, she should either be charged under an existing law and taken before a court or released without conditions. South Sudanese law also lays out clear standards for due process. Article 19 guarantees the right to a fair hearing and prohibits arbitrary interference with the citizens' freedoms. A social media ban imposed informally and without a legal basis is not a recognized penalty under South Sudanese law. Yet this approach has become increasingly common. Detain a citizen for speech, warn them not to speak again, and release them without charges. It keeps cases out of court, avoids public scrutiny, and effectively silences critics without going through the legal system. But it also undermines the constitutional protections and contributes to a growing climate of fear among journalists, creators, and everyday citizens using platforms like TikTok and Facebook. So the comedian is now free, but unable to return to the space where her voice and her livelihood exist. And the larger national question becomes unavoidable. If freedom of expression is guaranteed by the Constitution, why are citizens being punished outside of it? Independent media takes a lot of time and a lot of care, about 4 hours for every single story you see posted here. We don't have sponsors or big donors. All we have is that coffee affiliate link. So if you believe in the work that we are doing, please consider joining our community on Patreon, YouTube, Facebook, or TikTok, whatever is best for you. Your support helps us keep going, doing journalism for the people and not for profit.